Ancestors. Not what the fuck you think. What is up, Alien Army? I am Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore. And on this channel, we discuss everything out of this world. So today's topic, this might be a little bit of a quick one, or at least I think I always fucking say that with my third house Mercury, but
I guess we gonna see how it goes.
This one is actually something that I just discovered today. It was something that for a while, it boggled my mind. It didn't resonate with me, so I guess I was subconsciously asking, like, why doesn't this resonate with me? And then I done got my answer, so here we go. So if you, I do have another video on this about ancestral trauma, ancestral healing, some shit like that, which you can check out if you want. But basically, if you are familiar with, like, especially in spiritual communities and things like that, there's a lot of talk of, oh,
you must heal your entire lineage,
or you chose to be the one to heal your ancestors. I don't believe in that bullshit.
Hell motherfuck no.
You are sovereign, I am here for me, you are here for you. We are all gods creating our own motherfucking universe. So, you might have some karmic ties with individuals in your experience, which I do have another video on, by the way. But to meet up with in certain lifetimes, and I'm not saying that that shit is false, but what is false to me is the whole thing about, like, healing family karma, healing ancestral karma, healing ancestral trauma. It's like, no, motherfucker, you weren't here to fucking put everyone else's burden on your back like motherfucking 10 of wands type of shit. No, ain't nobody sign up for that shit, let me tell you right now. So the reason why I figured that that shit I did not resonate with at all is because actually,
and this is what came through channeled,
is that ancestors, if we want to think of it, ancestors in whatever type of word you want to think about, and I'm not talking about ancestors like of a physical nature, okay? To my understanding, ancestors is all your previous past lives. That is your one and only ancestor. More so than any type of blood motherfucking lineage, because energy is stronger than blood, motherfucker. If blood is thicker than water, then energy blew both those motherfuckers out the building. So, energetic ancestors are your former selves, your past lives. If you even want to take it to another level of multiple timelines, it can be aspects of you operating in another timeline now. Ancestors, as conveyed to me, has nothing to do with, oh, XYZ motherfucker lived 800 years ago and they're your great grandpappy
or some shit,
and now you have to, like, take all their trauma and transmute it. No, it ain't like that, okay? So these are about your former lives, your past selves, which in some instances might have incarnated, you know, as many times as you incarnated, right? Because remember, we're all talking about you. You have no ancestor. The other is always you. You are always the other. The ancestors are your former selves, your past lives. The you, that their point of consciousness right now is centered in another dimension, in another timeline, wherever, right? Because remember, time doesn't exist. Everything is going on at once. So essentially, your ancestor, your former selves, your past life, they're existing now. So that's what's going on. But I'm sure you know a few of your other past lives and things like that. The reason why, if any healing is to be done for ancestral trauma, is that sometimes those past lives might have some things going on that spring forth in your current timeline now, and you have no idea how they got there. So I'll use an example. Let's say in your lifetime now, you have a weird fear of super glue. Okay, light example, but if you have a fear or a phobia or you don't know what the fuck, right?
And I've seen this written before.
So that's why I can say that I resonate with this aspect of that. Not with ancestors, but with like past lives. Now let's say you have a fear of super glue in this lifetime now, and you don't know why, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, you never even like had a physical experience in this vessel now with super glue, but you're just terrified of that. It could be that in a past life, your ancestor, your former self, had an issue. Let's say they were murdered and their mouth was like super glued shut or some shit like that. Or let's say they done snitched on someone and their mouth was super glued shut, but not with like super glue, but with like some crazy shit, some cement glue or some shit, right? Let's just say, this is a weird example, but you know, just roll with me here. So your former self from a previous lifetime had that experience with super glue. Their mouth was sealed shut for whatever reason, and you carried that with you into your next incarnation, which would be now, and you were just born always remember being afraid of super glue, and there is no motherfucking rhyme or reason to it, because that does happen, and it's like, what? Like, where did that come from? So it could potentially be that that was carried over from a past life, and your soul, the aspect of your soul that is cognizant of it, is still wanting to process that thing that occurred. So that is the only way where I can logically, feasibly agree with healing ancestral trauma, because the ancestor is your former self. It's not someone else. It's not outside of you. It is your former self from a different lifetime that perhaps something happened. And this is the part that I was telling you about that I heard somewhere. Like, if you have a fear or phobia of something in this lifetime and it makes no sense, it could be a way that you passed away in your former lifetime. Or if you have like a birthmark in a certain place, it could be that that's how you died in your previous lifetime. So it can be like weird things like that, but that is the only way that I see that resonates with me. If healing ancestral trauma, karma, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is to be done, is because it is your former self. It is because your soul had some imprint from that lifetime that it needs to release that shit, let it go now, which is why you might notice a weird phobia in whatever area, because it could just be a form of like PTSD from a past life that carried forth, and now it's like, whoa, someone brings out some fucking super glue and you run the other way, and motherfuckers are like,
what just happened?
and even you're just like, you don't know, right? So it could be that. So when I see being in harmony with healing ancestral trauma, what was conveyed to me is that ancestor is your former self that was in another lifetime. It doesn't matter if it was in the earth matrix or where it was or what you were or what you're doing, but if you have some weird phobia like that, it could be related to that. And then that is when, if you choose to, you could go in and heal it, because hence it would be stemming down into your lifetime now if you do have an irrational fear of whatever the fuck it is that perhaps traumatized you in a past life. So that's just what I want to touch on today, because I was seeing that and that shit didn't resonate with me, because it's like, you weren't here. You don't have to heal shit. You don't have to heal no family. You don't have to heal no friend. You don't have to heal no animal. You're here for you. But if you are carrying trauma from elsewhere energetically in another lifetime, it's not an ancestor. It's from you, because each soul is sovereign, and souls understand that they are here, they are there, wherever the fuck they're at. Souls exist as themselves, for themselves, by themselves, always connected to the universe and the other, but there's an understanding that their shit is their shit, your shit is your shit. Ain't nobody here to be someone's fucking savior or martyr or messiah, aside if you want to be that for yourself. So I'm just like, damn, I done had me a light bulb moment, because I didn't understand why that fucking thing just did not resonate with me, to the point where now I figured out the reason. Because you're not here to think that you're carrying anyone else's baggage. What kind of fucking limiting shit is that? Fuck that shit. Take a seat. Fuck that noise. No. If you have a weird fear or phobia, you feel like it's coming from a past life, you want to go in and heal that for yourself, by yourself, because that's you. Your ancestor is you, operating on a different timeline. So be it. But you ain't here to carry no one else's baggage, okay? We got motherfuckers in white gloves that we give a tip to at the airport to do that. Not for your friends, not for your families, not for your co-workers, not for motherfucking no one aside from you. That's what I got for you today. I am Oculus, the alien next door. We will chit chat again soon.